SpongeBob and Patrick are at the jellyfish convention, where everything is about jellyfish. SpongeBob is wearing a jellyfish hat and Patrick is wearing a net on his head.
Wow. I can't believe it. We're actually here at the biannual jellyfish convention.
Jellyfish are awesome.
Cool. State-of-the-art jellyfish nets.
Touches one of the nets. Touch.
Don't touch.
SpongeBob and Patrick walk up to a giant harpoon with gobs of jelly on it. Wow. The harpoon from Jellyfish the movie.
Touches it. Touch.
Don't touch.
He and Patrick walk up to a crowd, watching a fish with a giant sore on his cheek pointing to a board with a mean jellyfish picture on it. Look. Dr. Man-O-War. The guy who got stung by Big Lenny and lived.
Talking in a microphone, and now it only hurts when you touch it. Patrick goes up and touches his sore. Man-O-War screams in pain.
Touch.
Do I have to follow you all day?
Oh. Patrick, look. Can it be?
Ice cream?
No, it's the jelly spotters. We see a crowd of people around a group of fish and a sea cucumber, obviously the leader. He has glasses and a crown thing coming from his head, Bikini Bottom's premier jellyfish enthusiast club. Ah. And their leader. The coolest jellyfish enthusiast ever. Camera pans up from the cucumber's feed to his face. Kevin the sea cucumber.
What's so great about a nerdy pickle?
If I could just touch the hem of his pocket protector, then maybe some of his greatness would rub off on me.
SpongeBob, as a friend, I must say that's really geeky. A guy in a giant jellyfish costume walks by. Patrick gasps, "Oh my gosh. Jeffrey Jellyfish. Wait, Jeffrey. I have to touch you." Runs after him, followed by the guard yelling,
"Hey!" Chases Patrick. Cut back to the jelly spotters. Bamboo? I only use composite materials in my net handle. The crowd writes notes, all muttering as they write. Composite materials? Next question. The crowd writes notes again, all muttering again. Next question.
Pops out in front of the crowd. His pupils are huge and he speaks as if in a trance. Hi, Kevin.
Hi. What is your question?
Hi, Kevin.
Whatever. Next question, please. He points to the other side of the crowd. SpongeBob pops up there, too.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello, loser. Alright, you, way in the back.
Pops up way in the back. Hi, Kevin.
Does anyone here have an actual? We hear SpongeBob heavily breathing from the left. Kevin and the rest turn to see him.
Hi, Kevin. I'm your biggest fan.
You're too kind. Yells, security.
No, wait. I would do anything for you.
Why don't you go jump off the building? We hear SpongeBob scream and see him fall from the view through the window. Then SpongeBob appears back in the building.
Anything.
Punch yourself in the face. SpongeBob does so with a boxing glove. His face is pushed in a bit. Doesn't that hurt you?
Holds up a metal glove with spiked knuckles. Do you want it to hurt me, Kevin? Kevin and the jelly spotters all laugh.
That is the best. Continue laughing. This guy's great. We have got to bring this guy jellyfishing with us. No, Kevin, no. He's a geek. Whispering, look, I won't let the guy join the club. I just want to see how many times he can get stung before he goes running home like a baby. Meep meep, Kevin's a genius. The other anchovy jelly spotters join in repeatedly saying so. Hey, kid. How would you like to try out for the jelly spotters?
SpongeBob is on a hospital bed.
Clear.
The doctor fish zaps him with the defibrillator and SpongeBob jumps up. I'd love it. Cut to Kevin and the fish supposedly walking through jellyfish fields, off screen with their legs.
Ah, nothing like driving through jellyfish fields with the top down. Jelly spotters? The jelly spotters meep in agreement. Pan down to see that SpongeBob is carrying them. He stops.
Breathes out. Here we are, jellyfish fields. Oh. He collapses. The jelly spotters get off.
I hope you didn't forget our nets.
I didn't forget them, Kevin. They're in the trunk. SpongeBob turns around, and the back of his pants opens like a trunk. The group takes the nets and jars out, revealing SpongeBob's buttocks. SpongeBob now has all the nets and jars in his arms. I can't believe I'm actually out here with the jelly spotters. I mean, all my life I wanted to be a jelly spotter. SpongeBob starts to vibrate and jump around, and now I'm out here with you guys with the nets and the jars and the jellyfish, and I'm with Kevin and Kevin's with me, and we're all with each other and we're all jellyfishing and it's fun and—
Hold it! SpongeBob freezes, literally, before you become a jelly spotter. You have to pass a rigorous test. Laughing, meep. Rigorous test. Continuing laughing. To the jelly spotters, quiet. Shh. To SpongeBob, your first test: catch a jellyfish. A jellyfish flies into SpongeBob's net.
Hey, I caught one. Am I a jelly spotter now?
Meep, he caught one. Meep discussions. That doesn't count. He slaps a net and the jellyfish flies out and stings the side of his head. Ouch! The jellyfish flies away. Kevin grows a giant red sore where he got stung. Off-screen in mocking voice, wah wah wah, I meant 2 jellyfish. 2 jellyfish immediately fly in SpongeBob's net. 2 jellyfish, meep, in the net. Meep discussions. That's not what I meant. I meant 20 jellyfish. 18 more jellyfish immediately fly into SpongeBob's net.
Counting. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Kevin growls and kicks the net, causing all 20 jellyfish to sting him in a blaze of electricity.
Ooh ow. Ooh. Ow. The jellyfish fly off, leaving Kevin with a bunch of sores all over his body. Off-screen in mocking voice, wah wah wah. Cut to the fields, where Kevin has a jar of jelly. Jelly spotters allow jellyfish to eat jelly off their face. Kevin smears some jelly on the lower half of SpongeBob's face.
Who wants to lick my cheeks? Some jellyfish swim by. I see I have some takers.
How does it feel?
Sporting a huge jellyfish mustache and beard. He laughs. It tickles my nose.
Not for long. He and the jelly spotters snicker. SpongeBob sneezes, firing the entire swarm of jellyfish onto Kevin's eyes. They sting them and now he has big red swollen eyes. Wah wah wah. Turns to the fish making that taunting noise. Will you cut that out?
Am I in the jelly spotters now?
No. But I have many more tests for you to take. Cut to SpongeBob walking upside down, with a net and a jellyfish.
Am I in the jelly spotters now? The jellyfish stings Kevin's nose, making it big and swollen.
No. Cut to SpongeBob having caught a jellyfish blindfolded.
Am I in the jelly spotters now? The jellyfish stings Kevin's crown and it becomes swollen, into some broccoli-shaped blister.
No. Cut to just SpongeBob.
Now? We hear zapping sounds. Now Kevin's ears are big and swollen.
No. Cut to just SpongeBob again.
Now? More zapping noises. Kevin's lips are now huge and swollen.
No. Cut to Sponge once more.
Now? Jellyfish zaps Kevin. Kevin's butt is now huge and swollen.
Screaming, no.
Now? Jellyfish zaps Kevin. Now? Jellyfish zaps Kevin. Now? A large zap is shown, and Kevin is big and swollen due to him getting zapped several times.
Okay, Squarepants, it is your turn to get zapped. Are you ready for your final test?
I'm ready.
You'd better be, because we're going to capture a queen jellyfish.
A queen? Can I help?
Oh, don't worry. We can't do it without you. Cut to SpongeBob being tied by arms and legs, hanging from 2 sticks.
This is fantastic. I've never been bait before. I don't think I've ever seen a queen jellyfish either.
Well, then you've probably never used a queen jellyfish claw. Why don't you try it out? He hands him a blower thing. SpongeBob blows and it makes a weird groaning sound that sort of sounds like, loser.
Hey, I've heard this call before.
I'll bet you have. The jelly spotters walk off.
Hey, where are you going?
Oh, don't worry, we'll be right behind this bush. They kneel down behind it. Kevin gets zapped again. A jellyfish flies off, and he stands up covered in sores. Who's got my sting ointment? He kneels down again.
This is great. When I pass this test, I'll be an official jellyfish spotter. He continues to blow that horn thing, which keeps saying, loser. Soon, it becomes dark and he's tired of blowing. Hey, Kevin. I don't think it's working. Nothing. A giant shadow looms over SpongeBob. He looks up, to find a giant jellyfish with a tiara. Hey, Kevin. She's here. Look, she's here. She's here, Kevin. She. The bush blows away, revealing nothing, except Kevin's ointment. SpongeBob screams and the jellyfish zaps the poles off. SpongeBob runs up and down hills, dodging the jellyfish's stingers. He comes upon a cliff and can't go any further. He begs on his hands and knees, please don't be angry, Your Highness. I would have let you go. Cries. Just then, A screen on the jellyfish opens, revealing Kevin and the jelly spotters, controlling the machine from the inside. They laugh. SpongeBob gasps, "Kevin."
That's right. You should have seen the look on your face when we zapped you.
But what about my final test? They all laugh.
Did you think we'd actually let you into the jelly spotters?
But, Kevin, I was your biggest fan.
So were they. He points to the bottom of the cliff, where a bunch of people are by a fire. One looks up. Hey, look, everybody. Kevin's back. They all yell up at him and praise. You look so dumb with your dorky jellyfish call. He and the jelly spotters imitating. Loser, 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 loser. SpongeBob blushes and sadly frowns. Loser. As Kevin continues saying loser, a giant, even bigger than the queen, jellyfish comes from the cliff. It is wearing a robe and a crown. Ah ha ha ha. The jelly spotters finally notice. 𝘃𝗶𝗱𝗀𝗃.
I am not a loser.
Kissy face. The queen and SpongeBob run off. The king gives a chase. The queen eventually crashes into a billboard for Kevin's ointment and breaks apart.
King Jellyfish. The king sees the queen and is instantly smitten. It grows lips and puckers up.
Huh? The king sees Kevin, the jelly spotters, and SpongeBob. Record scratch sound effect. Kevin quivers, angrily, 𝘃𝗶𝗱𝗀𝗀. It zaps the ground and they all run off. They find refuge in a cave. The king jellyfish comes back with a helmet and football uniform and attempts to bash in the cave. Inside, the jelly spotters and SpongeBob are pretty scared. The bashing stops. I think he's gone. One of you, go out and check. The jelly spotters push one fish out of the cave to see. The anchovy jelly spotter looks around and 𝘁𝗶𝗶𝗀𝗃 happily, giving the all clear. He soon gets zapped and 𝘁𝗶𝗶𝗃 not to come out. All the jelly spotters go around Kevin asking what to do. Meep. Save us. Meep, Kevin, save us. More meep begging. Don't look at me. I was just in this for the fashion. Close up on Kevin's pants, with patches, stickers and a toy jellyfish coming out of his pocket. It's hopeless. We're trapped. We're trapped. He sits down and curls to a ball. Help me, mommy. Help me. I want my blankie. I want my blankie. What the? SpongeBob inhales and blows a bubble in the shape of a giant cherry pie. The king, satisfied, leaves to eat his snack. Yummy. The jelly spotters come out and gather around SpongeBob. Other jelly spotters meep happily. Kevin follows.
To the fish. Now what do we do? The jelly spotters get down and imitate Kevin. SpongeBob decides enough is enough and goes out to face the king. The king growls and buzzes. SpongeBob takes out a bottle of bubble mix in response.
I can't believe it. How did you know?
Laughs. Everybody loves pie.
Mocking voice. Wah wah wah. Well, Squarepants, that was impressive, but you're still not in the club because you didn't catch a queen jellyfish. The other jelly spotters narrow their eyes and run over to Kevin, off screen. Wait, what are you doing? Rip, ah. The fish run back with Kevin's crown and place it on SpongeBob. He laughs, teary-eyed, with a torn part where his crown used to be. It wasn't.
Wow, I didn't know this was a hat.
Cut to back at the convention. SpongeBob talks to Patrick.
Hi, Patrick.
Hi, SpongeBob. Did you get into that club?
Yeah, but I turned them down. It's not about Kevin, it's about jellyfish.
Well, SpongeBob, I'm glad you learned your lesson. Pan out to see that Patrick has Jeffrey Jellyfish tied up in a wagon he's towing. Hero worship is unhealthy. The two walk off. Come on, Jeffrey.